IntelliGuards keeps organizations safe with high confidence using the most advanced technologies, threat intelligence, and expertise. We are a high-impact cybersecurity solutions provider with a deep focus on advanced security operations center build-outs. This can consist of a fusion of people, process, and technologies. We also provide tailored MDR services with a focus on solutions for clients that make an impact and keep adversaries away. And now here's Tom Lose, Principal at StrikeReady, explaining how you can operationalize threat intelligence report in just a few minutes. Whether you're looking for a technology like StrikeReady to empower the defenders in your organization to carry out these tasks, or looking for that trusted security operations center to take on this burden, we're here to help.
Hi, my name is Tom Lose, and I'm a Principal Solutions Architect here at StrikeReady. And I'm going to walk you through today one of the simplest ways of taking intelligence through just something as simple as a threat briefing and how you operationalize that in just a couple of minutes. And so in this case, I'm just looking at a threat briefing. I love reading threat briefings because it's important to understand who your adversary is to better understand how you defend against that adversary, obviously. And so in this case, I'm reading through this briefing. It seems pretty important to me as a practitioner, and I want to go ahead and operationalize this. So I'm going to get through all this information, and I'm going to get down to these indicators. And this is the stuff that I want to get into our platform and send out to all of my tools, technology, to make sure that we're actually able to get some value out of all this intelligence, because intelligence is really only as good as the output that you actually make of it. And so in the past, you would have to have either yourself or your team take all these indicators and refang them and send them through your processes, whether that be a manual process or through a tip. You would have to ingest all these, analyze them, enrich them across all of the analysis engines that you may have at your disposal, and then obviously go and make some kind of use of all this. And all of this process would take quite a bit of time. And depending on how long the actual threat briefing is. And so in this case, I want to do it the easy way, and that's the StrikeReady way. So I want to take this briefing, and I want to do something so simple as just going ahead and emailing this over to Kara. So I'm just going to type threat intelligence to operationalize. I'm going to take this briefing. I'm going to attach it. I'm going to add a blurb here. And if I can spell. And then all I'm going to do is something so simple as press the send button. So I'm going to send this over to StrikeReady, and then Kara's going to go ahead and ingest it and put this through its paces. And we'll walk through that whole process next. All right, so here we are inside of the workflow section. And now we're going to continue to see what the output was from us taking an email, attaching a threat briefing, and actually asking StrikeReady as a platform to go ahead and operationalize and put this thing through its paces. So as you can see over here on the left side, we can actually see the workflow of what happened after we sent this through. We have the subject of the email, me as the sender, and all 143 artifacts that were extracted out of here. We can see all the reputations on all of these artifacts that were actually done. And as mentioned in the previous videos, we actually put this through all of our analysis engines, all the public threat OSINT information that we have, our threat research team, plus any premium threat intelligence that you bring to the table as well on the integration side. So all of that was done as part of this workflow, completely automatic on your behalf. Here we can actually see that Kara actually went through and looked for these indicators inside of your technology. So we can actually tell you where you have these indicators out and deployed and where you can go ahead and deploy them to help you as a countermeasure. So all that was done as part of this workflow. You can see the platform also went through and did a retro lookup on these indicators as well. So you can think of taking any of these indicators and looking across your SIM or your EDR vendors as an enterprise search or anything else on the NDR side. We actually took all these indicators and did this whole retroactive hunting on your behalf as part of this workflow as well. And then finally, this was pushed up to a case based on the severity of all these malicious indicators and what we had found as part of our deployment and the retroactive lookups here as well. So you can see on the right side here, we actually have a detailed view of all these artifacts that we actually have. You can see them pushed in by the type of indicator that they are. And what you'll see is if we actually had these indicators present in any of your alerts, those would populate here as well. So at a glance, not only are you ingesting all this intelligence, you're actually operationalizing it, you're also gaining really good awareness, very, very simply situational awareness for where you have this present inside of any of the alerts in your technology stack. So it helps you get immediate understanding of where these are present inside the stack. Ultimately, you can take these and just look at all the malicious ones and go ahead and deploy these out to your tech stack if you'd like to. So in this case, you can choose to deploy by your zone or by the integration. You can pick and choose by the technology. So in this case, I'm going to deploy these indicators that are capable out to Carbon Black, out to Umbrella, to Pan EDL, to Office, and to Okta as well. And so all you need to do is you need to give this a name. So threat briefing operationalization. Please deploy, press proceed. And now you're going to have the platform actually go out on your behalf and deploy all these indicators. And this will come back and tell you as a job when it's completed and the output of all that. So very, very simply, we took a task that takes a long time and we boiled it down to just as very simply as taking an email and having to attach whatever briefings you want, send that off to the platform, and let Kara, as the analyst, take care of all this for you in an autonomous way to make your team's life a lot easier.